everyone, thank you for joining me, Ariella Anderson, for another yoga video. It's a little bit of a mixed bag today. We're going to be working a lot on our hips and we're going to be doing some work on our knees. So make sure to get a blanket if you need, or a little bit extra padding if you have a little bit of knee pain. I also recommend grabbing a couple of blocks and anything else that you might need to make the practice feel good in your body. We're also going to be doing a little bit of balance, so I always suggest coming near a wall or setting up with a chair nearby if you have the space. Just a couple of reminders that I usually forget to do in the beginning of my yoga videos, but for Shavasana, I will be leading you into your Shavasana posture, but I will not be leading you out of it. So you can stay in for as long as you like. You can be in it for 30 seconds, you can be in it for 30 minutes, or you can skip it entirely. That's okay too. So just make sure to turn off the autoplay on YouTube so that it doesn't go into another video. The other thing is I won't be using music, and you can put on whatever songs, whatever playlist feels good to you, whatever you want to use. You can listen to the music that you like and not necessarily the music that I like. And I think that's it. I have some allergies today, so if I start coughing, I swear it's not COVID, it's just allergies and the changing of the season. I've also been up since 4 o'clock when my parents left my house this morning, so it might be a rough one, guys. It'll be okay, we're all human, right? We all have those days. On the good side, it is delightfully chilly in the space for Clayton Family Massage, and I'm sure that Vanessa and Tracy turn up the heat when it's chilly like this, but I am thrilled that fall is in 2 days and we are currently in fake fall here in North Carolina, because I'm sure it's going to be 80 degrees in about a week or two. So with that, let's settle in onto our mat, come to a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting on a bolster today, so it can take a little bit of the compression out of my hips, and I personally find that a little bit more comfortable, but you can come into whatever seated position feels comfortable in your body. So just start to mentally arrive on your mat. Start to take some big deep breaths in through your nose, feeling your belly rise, and exhale. Nice and slow. You can put your hands on your belly if you'd like, so you can kind of feel your belly expand. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Part of your practice is an intention, it's a thought or an idea to focus on or work towards, I invite you to do so. And take one more big deep inhale in through your nose. And let it out nice and slow out in your mouth. And with that, let your shoulders melt away from your ears. You can open up your eyes if you'd like. And we'll take some big deep breaths together. Inhale, reaching your arms up nice and tall. And exhale, sweep them back down to your side, reaching nice and long. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Do that a few more times following your own breath. So your pace might be a little bit different than mine. It might be faster or slower. And one more big reach up overhead. And on your exhale, take your left arm, cross it across your body to your right knee. Right arm comes behind you. You can reach for your bolster or the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. the other side. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, right hand across your body to your left knee. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, twist. And release. From here, we'll take some side bends. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the floor. Exhale, left arm comes up and over. So if you're not sitting on a bolster and you're sitting closer to the floor, your forearm may or may not touch the mat, and that's okay. Trying to keep both of our sit bones on the mat. And release. Other side, inhale. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up and over, lifting through the armpit to elongate the side body. As part of our warm-up, we try to move the spine in all directions. And release. So from here, we're going to bring our feet to touch, the insides of our feet to touch, coming into bound angle or Baddha Konasana. Now, if you're sitting on top of a bolster and this doesn't feel comfortable, or if you feel you need more support under your knees, you can definitely do that. I'm just going to stay here just for the sake of ease. But bring the bottoms of your feet to touch. Inhale. Exhale with a flat back, hinging at your hips, and come on down. And once you get to where you want to go, you can bow your head, round your spine. And slowly walk your hands back up. Beautiful. You can uncross your legs and start to get ready into tabletop. So I'm going to move my bolster out of the way and come to my hands and knees. Remember to take my watch off because every week I forget to do that. So bring your hips over your knees, your shoulders are over your wrists. If it feels more comfortable to walk your hands out to the sides of your mat, you can do that too. Or you can walk your hands a little bit ahead of your shoulders. If you need to, you can come up onto your fists, or you can come down onto your forearms. Whatever variation feels better in your body. I'm going to take a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, lower your belly, tailbone to the sky, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, round your spine, tucking your tailbone. Inhale. Broaden through your chest. Exhale, round your spine. And you can continue on with this gentle flow, or you can take any other movement in your body. So maybe you rock side to side here, maybe do some hip circles, maybe you look over one shoulder and the other. So just kind of do whatever movement feels good in your body to get yourself warmed up. Now from here, extend your right foot out. We're going to come into a nice gentle lizard. I know the lizard doesn't always feel gentle, but we're just not going to take it to our full potential just yet. So extend your right leg out, and then with intention, bring it around to your hands, coming to the opposite, to the outside, of your right hand. So you can stay here if you'd like, or you can tuck your back toes and just draw your knee back a little bit, and this will stretch out your hip flexors. This is where your blocks come in handy, maybe because it's our first hip stretch of class. You come up nice and high on your blocks. You sit up nice and high. If you have a chair, you can also hold on to a chair here. Inhale. On your exhale, straighten out your knee, coming into half splits. Walk your blocks if you have them closer. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge forward at your hips, keeping your back straight. You might feel this in the back of your leg, in your hamstrings. Slowly rebend your knee, walk your hands back into lizard. And now you can stay in one or the other, or you can use your breath to help you flow back and forth. Just see what your body needs today. Maybe you need stretch in the back of your legs, maybe you need to stretch in your hip, and maybe you just need to move. And wherever you are, make your way back to lizard if you're not there already. You can put your blocks down, plant your hands, and then we are going to slowly walk our leg back around. Nice hip rotation. You can do some leg circles here if you need. You might feel a big difference between one leg and the other. So we'll do the other side here. So extend your left foot out this time. And then slowly start to bring it to the outside of your left hand. You can heel toe as much as you need. You can grab your blocks. So get that stretch here in your hip flexor, tuck your toes, draw your knee back just a little bit, then untuck your toe. So you've got your blocks. You might feel like you don't need blocks on this side. You might feel like the sides are just a little bit different, and that's totally normal. Slowly straighten that left leg, taking your blocks with you if you have them, walking your hands back. Inhale, lengthen your spine, shoulders back. Exhale, tip forward at your hips with a flat back to stretch behind your leg. Slowly walk your hands back to lizard, and you can do the same thing here. You can stay in your lizard, you can stay in your half splits, or you can move back and forth with your breath in a nice little flow. Maybe what you do on the side is different. Maybe you find that the side needs a little bit more time in each posture. And maybe wherever you are, make your way back to your lizard if you're not there already. Take your blocks, you can move them out of the way if you'd like. You can bring your hands down. Slowly start to bring your leg over. You can do some hip circles here. Your legs might feel more even. I'm going to do some side to side. Be my guest. And wherever you are, come back to your downward dog. We're going to come into we're going to come into tabletop, we're going to come into downward dog. So tuck your toes, let your knees hover just for a second, engage in your core, and then press up. I'm going to leave my mat where it is because I'm going to leave my blanket where it is because we're going to be doing some knee work later. You can pedal out your feet here. When you're ready, you can walk forward or back into a forward fold. I'm going to walk back today. Let your head hang heavy. You can open up your knees if you need to. Really lifting through the hips. And bringing your hands to your hips. Slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time. Head coming up last. Shoulders down and back. Scratch your nose. Make sure to wash your hands after class. And then if you are not at the top of your mat, take a couple steps to the top for our sun salutations. We're going to be doing a variation of sun salutation B, and feel free to take this up a notch or down a notch wherever you feel like you need it today. So we're going to start by coming into mountain, feet at a comfortable distance apart. Feel nice and grounded. We're going to skip the first chair. We're going to do chair later. Inhale, arms come up nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward into a forward fold. Your hands can stay here. They can come to your shins or your blocks for support. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. If you're using blocks, keep them close. Inhale, step your left foot back, bringing your knee down. And stay for your inhale. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes, bring your knee up. Come to the front into a forward fold, letting your head hang heavy. Half lift, release. Rise up, nice and tall. Exhale to arm center. Exhale your hands to the side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. We're going to the other side. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, set your foot back. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, nice and slow. Inhale, tuck your toe. In, exhale, bring it forward fold. Halfway lift and release. Rise up. Hands touching at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. See that? One full round, one more time. Arms up. Forward fold. Half lift. Release. Inhale, goes back. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, arms up. Release. Toe. Hip foot comes forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, other side. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Release. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, I'm gonna move my blanket. I'm done using it for now. Take our next step. So from here, we're gonna come into chair. So inhale and sit down and back in your chair. So chest is lifted, arms can be up towards the ceiling, heart center, around your hips. You hold onto an actual chair if you need to. So wherever you need to be is perfect. Then bring your hands to heart center if they're not already there. And then put the weight into your left foot. And we're going to lift up our right, coming into one-legged mountain for our balance. Foot flexed. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. We're going to step our foot back, nice and slow to crescent. So our hips are square to the front of the room, back toes are tucked. Whoa! Back toes are tucked. Your arms can be wherever they need to be to provide a little bit of balance. Chest is lifted. Now from here, we're going to come into Warrior One. So for Warrior One, spin that back heel down. Now when you do that, your right hip might want to open up. That's normal. So what you do here is you can heel toe your left foot out towards the ends of the mat. If you need to adjust, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with adjusting for your body. And this will help you bring your hips so that they are, once again, square with the front of the room. Chest is lifted again. For Warrior One. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down to the mat. You can grab your blocks here. If you need, you might need to adjust your foot. Retuck that back toe. Going into runner's lunge. And then from here, you can step forward if you want, coming into your forward fold, or you can step your foot back, up into downward facing dog, and then slowly onto the top of the mat again. So meet here in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, back down to mountain. Okay, let's do the other side. This is a little bit of a tricky flow. Let's adjust. Okay. Inhale, down into your chair. So see where this takes you. Maybe come down a little bit further, maybe don't. Your hands to heart center. If you're not there already, then bring the weight into your right foot this time. Slowly lifting up your left. One-legged mountain. For your balance. Slowly tip forward, coming into crescent. Arms can be wherever they need to be. You can use a chair or a wall here to help your balance. You can always come down to your knee too. From here we're going to come into Warrior One. So spin that back heel down. Adjust your feet if you need. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come all the way back down. Blocks if you need. Just your foot. Tuck that back toe. And again, you can just bring your front foot forward, or you can bring your front foot back, coming into plank. Down dog. And we'll all meet in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, mountain. All right, so let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. And bring one knee down. Bring the other knee down. And come to sit on your heels. Just for a moment before coming into a seated position. Turn my body. We're going to take bound angle one more time now that our hips are nice and warmed up. So bring the bottoms of your feet to touch. Inhale, exhale, tip forward at your hips with a flat back. Release nice and slow. Perfect. Close your knees up like a book, and then we are going to come down to our back. So you keep your knees out long if you'd like, or you can bend them. And then inhale, we're going to do some controlled movement. Lengthen, and then nice and slow, come down using control in your core. Remember to breathe. And when your shoulders touch the mat, bring your knees into your chest. You can do some hip rolls here. Open your arms out like a T. Inhale. And on your exhale, bring your knees down to the right. For a twist. On your right hip. Your gaze can be up at the ceiling. You can look over your left hand. Release. Back to center. Come down to the other side. And release back to center. And from here, we can finish out our hip work with a happy baby. If you'd like, you can bring your hands in between your knees, take hold of the outside edges of your feet or your big toe, and then bring your feet up towards the ceiling. Or you can always hold the back of your knees for a stretch, whatever you feel like you need to do. Or you can skip this posture altogether. And when you're ready, slowly release your feet back down. You can come into your comfortable position for Shavasana. You can stay here on your back with your knees bent. And if you have your knees bent, walk your feet out towards the edges of your mat so your knees will fall in like a triangle. This way you don't have to think about gravity. You can also bring your legs out long for the traditional Shavasana posture. And you can take Shavasana in whatever posture you feel most comfortable. So as you settle in or you finish your practice, I will start my goodbyes to you. So wherever you are, you can bring your hands to your heart if you'd like, to feel it beat. And feel your chest rise and fall with your breath. Show yourself gratitude for showing up on your mat today. Say thank Thank you to your body for everything that it does for you every day. Bow my head in gratitude to you for letting me be a part of your journey. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me. Till next week.